On News Hour tonight, Boko Haram insurgents kills Captain Corporal in Borno Village Attack. Troops of 6th Brigade neutralize 3 bandits, destroy camps in Taraba. Fire destroys products in Oyo storage facility. On the foreign scene, protesters march against Trump in U.S. Good evening and welcome to News Hour on Trust TV. I am Dorcas Yakubuzala. Suspected Boko Haram insurgents have killed 2 soldiers, a captain and a corporal, during an attack on Isgay village in Goza local government area of Borno State. Sources told Daily Trust that the attack occurred around 1 a.m. on Sunday when the terrorists stormed the Isgay military base, launching a rocket-propelled grenade before opening fire. While exact casualty figures remain unclear, local officials confirmed a number of Boko Haram fighters were also killed. Troops, local hunters, and residents are reportedly pursuing the fleeing insurgents into the Sambisa forest. Goza Council Chairman Honorable Abba Kawu Idrisa Timta confirmed the incident but said full details were still being gathered. Reacting to the attack, Senator Muhammad Ali Ndume of APC Borno South called on the federal government to deploy modern surveillance technology to strengthen the fight against terrorism. Police spokesman ASP Kenneth Daso could not be reached for comment. This attack follows similar raids on military formations in Wajeruko and Wulgo just 2 weeks ago. Now, still talking security matters, troops of the 6th Brigade Nigerian Army and Sector 3 of Operation Wild Stroke have recorded another major success in the ongoing Operation Lafia Jama'a, neutralizing 3 bandits, dismantling multiple camps, and recovering arms and ammunition in Taraba State. The clearance operation, carried out on April 5th in Karim Lamido local government area, targeted known criminal hideouts. Advancing through Achele and into Chibi, troops made contact with fleeing bandits and engaged them in a fierce exchange. 3 of the assailants were neutralized, while troops recovered 2 motorcycles, an AK-47 magazine, and 30 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammunition. In a continued sweep through the Dus and Zaiki Achele axis, troops combed areas previously occupied by bandits. No human activity was observed, an indication of the sustained impact of recent operations, which have led to the dismantling of over 70 criminal camps. Commander of the 6th Brigade, Brigadier General Kingsley Chidebere Uwa, praised the troops for their gallantry and reiterated the Army's commitment to eradicating terrorism and banditry from the region. He called on residents to remain vigilant, urging them to report suspicious activities and cooperate with security agencies. The federal government says it has prosecuted nearly 2,000 terrorist suspects across the country in the last 1.5 years. National Security Advisor Malam Nuhu Ribadu disclosed this on Sunday in Jos during a condolence visit to the Plateau State government and victims' families. Ado Musa completes the report.
The NSA, who was in the state following the recent attacks in Boko's local government area, confirmed that while lives were lost, the figures being reported were exaggerated. He said arrests have been made and suspects will face prosecution. Ribadu noted that nearly 2,000 terror suspects have been prosecuted nationwide so far.
There are many people who are arrested, it's true, but I can assure you that you will see justice. Justice will be done. Those who are found responsible, those who are directly connected, will be prosecuted and will certainly bring justice to them. You will see the difference. We are doing it across the country. This government, in the last 1 year something, have prosecuted close to 2,000 terrorists. Yes, and we have got many convictions. Maybe you need to follow and see. This is going to be a continuation of it.
Ribadu acknowledged the country's security challenges but expressed optimism that things would improve.
Nigeria will continue to be grateful to the members of the armed forces and the security services. We are going through tough times, difficult times, but it's not going to be forever. The issue of security is for all of us. All of us will have to come together. Everybody do have a role to play.
He assured that security forces will act decisively to prevent further bloodshed in the state.
The sad part of it is that when people who live together as one, communities, from time to time tend to be unable to control issues that will probably be resolved through peaceful means, dialogue. And then miscreants, criminals will take advantage. And little thing will spark things that will get out of control. We have seen it all over. We are learning lessons from it. But I can assure you, things have improved. And it will even be better as we continue to move forward. Across the country, and in the plateau as well. This incident that we witnessed the last 10 days, hopefully we will not see it again.
The Bokos killings are the latest in a string of violent attacks. With renewed government assurances, resident hope an end is finally in sight. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, in collaboration with the Plateau State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, has launched a rapid assessment of communities impacted by recent attacks in Bokos local government area of Plateau State. In a statement shared on its X account on Sunday, NEMA confirmed that the attacks affected multiple villages, including Rui, Hurti, Tadei, Gwande, Manguna, and Dafo. The gunmen's violent assaults led to numerous fatalities and widespread destruction of property. At least 52 people were reported dead between March 27th and April 2nd, 2025. NEMA's assessment teams are on the ground to evaluate the extent of the damage and assess the immediate needs of the affected populations. The agency reported that over 1,820 individuals have been displaced due to the attacks. 3 displacement camps have been set up in Dafo, Hurti, and Gwande, while other displaced persons are being hosted by local communities. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has withdrawn the formal invitation extended to the Emir of Kano, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi. However, the police chief has instructed the Kano State Command to obtain the monarch's statements regarding the incidents that prompted the invitation. Egbetokun, through the police spokesperson Olumuyiwa Adejobi, explained that the withdrawal was necessary due to the intervention of various stakeholders in the country. He emphasized that the decision aligns with the police's commitment to ensuring that its actions are neither politicized nor misinterpreted. The Nigerian Correctional Service in Bayelsa State has dismissed reports alleging the illegal detention of 15 domestic staff of former President Goodluck Jonathan and his wife, Dame Patience Jonathan, at the Okaka Medium Security Custodial Center. In a statement by the command's PRO, ASC1 GT Isari, the NCOS said the claims circulating on social media were false and misleading. It clarified that the individuals were legally remanded by Bayelsa State High Court 1 and have been attending trial regularly, including appearances on March 10th, 11th, and April 3rd, with the next hearing scheduled for April 17, 2025. The statement stressed that no inmate is admitted into any custodial center in Nigeria without a valid court order, and all 15 individuals were processed according to due legal procedures. The NCOS also denied reports of a secret meeting between Dame Patience Jonathan and prison officials, describing it as a fabrication meant to incite tension. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has uncovered a sophisticated drug smuggling attempt involving cocaine concealed within the walls of multiple suitcases. In a post shared on X.com on Sunday, the agency's Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, revealed that the hard drugs were expertly hidden using factory-fitted compartments designed to evade detection. Videos released by the agency shows operatives slicing open the linings of the suitcases with precision, uncovering slabs of cocaine carefully tucked away inside. Babafemi noted that the operation reflects the evolving tactics of drug traffickers who are now employing advanced concealment methods in their bid to bypass airport security and enforcement checkpoints. Now, cycling back to the story on the attack in Borno State, we have joining us live at this time, Hamisu Matazu, Trust TV's Northeast Bureau Chief, to give us an update on the attack. Good evening and thanks for joining us. Hamisu Matazu, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
All right. Can you give us an update on the attack?
Actually, the update, we are still waiting for the military to respond on the issue, because the incident happened midnight, or I can say today, Sunday, around 1 a.m. And the update is that hunters, they have the Izgi is one of the villages that are around the Sambisa forest, and the hunters there are very strong. They reinforces the military. For now, they are into the bush island, and they are chasing the Boko Haram, the remnant of Haram that attacked the area. Meanwhile, you can see from the report, a captain of the Nigerian military and a corporal was killed, and they were killed in active service because the insurgents first attacked the military location but they were resisted by the military from going into the town before the hunters and other vigilante groups provide them with reinforcement to repel the Boko Haram attacks. So right now we are on it. We are trying to reach out to the military to hear from them the casualty figure, because we couldn't get that of the insurgents, because the local government chairman, as we spoke, said that many of the insurgents were killed. And I think even the senator representing the government has confirmed it. Meanwhile, the senator has been persistent, telling the federal government to deploy more troops and modern technology for surveillance, and maybe to change the pattern of attack on the insurgents, because even the insurgents at their side, they have been more sophisticated than before. You can imagine them using drones in their operations. And the military, I think, are supposed to match or even go higher than what they are doing in terms of the operations there. So one thing I will say is that the spite of attacks in that Sambisa axis, from Goza to Damboa, Bunyadi, Bunigari in Yobe State and other places, even Goneri, the last time I think they also attacked a military location. It has been, it's like there is a renewed attack in those locations. So I think we can say that the military are doing their best, and I think the government on its side needs to re-strategize to see how they can maybe improve the operation of the military in that location. Yes.
So we understand that there are some insurgents that are fleeing. So far, has there been any apprehension of them?
No, not yet. That's what I said. We are still on it to find out from the military. At the same time, the locals, if there is any development. But yet, we couldn't get any maybe information from the agris.
Thank you so much, Matazu, for joining us and giving us that update.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to more stories. As part of activities marking the 2025 National Police Day, the Delta State Police Command carried out a sanitation exercise at the popular Ogbogo-Nogo market in Asaba, clearing waste from the center of the market. The report.
As part of activities marking the 2025 National Police Day, the Delta State Police Command carried out a sanitation exercise at the popular Ogbogo-Nogo market in Asaba, cleaning waste from the center of the market. The Commissioner of Police said the cleanup was in line with a presidential directive to commemorate Police Day and to recognize the contributions of the force to national development.
A clean environment means that we all can live a healthy life. So it is important. And you know that the marketplace, because of the large number of people who comes in here, is generally a place that is not so clean. And this is what informed us to come here, also interact with the market people and tell them the need for a clean and healthy environment. That's why we're here. I'd like to say again that without the people, there cannot be us. We are in the business of serving our people. We're in the business of providing an enabling security environment for people to thrive.
Traders lauded the effort, describing it as a commendable show of responsibility by the police.
They say whatever they are doing is good, because let the people in Nigeria see what they are doing, that they are doing a good job.
Nice and good. It's making the society very clean, and also teaching us that we should keep our environment clean, and also to be supporting in any way we can, just to make everywhere clean.
Hey, their work is very fine. They did very well. So we greet them for their work. They are very well. They did very well.
Earlier, the command held a stakeholders meeting on strengthening community policing. Other activities included free medical services at the police hospital and sensitization campaigns against gun violence in schools. Jonathan Anwanyai, Trust TV News, Asaba.
Now talking politics, the Labour Party has raised concerns over an alleged plan by the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC to invade its national secretariat in Abuja, reportedly with the help of thugs. In a statement issued on Sunday by the party's National Secretary, Umar Ibrahim, the LP accused the NLC of collaborating with the Nadi Usman-led National Caretaker Committee, NCC, and the National Transition Committee, NTC, to orchestrate the invasion. The LP has called on the Nigeria Police and the Department of State Services, DSS, to intervene and prevent any potential breakdown of law and order. Efforts to reach the chairman of the NLC Political Commission, Professor Theophilus Ndubaku, were unsuccessful as he was in a meeting at the time of reporting. The internal crisis within the Labour Party intensified following the Supreme Court's ruling on April 5th, which saw the Julius Abure-led faction maintain control of the party's leadership. The Ishekiri Nation has rejected the ward delineation report released by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) for Delta State, warning of potential legal action if the exercise is implemented. During a press conference on Sunday in Asaba, the secretary of the Ishekiri Leaders of Thought, Amori Goye Mene, alongside other group members, criticized the delineation, which impacts the Warri Federal Constituency, comprising Warri North, Warri South, and Warri Southwest local government areas. Mene argued that the delineation was unfair, failing to adequately reflect the population and voter strength of the various ethnic groups in the area, including the Ishekiris, Urubos, Ijos, and other mixed demographics. Mene highlighted discrepancies on the new delineation, particularly in Warri North, where the Ishekiris previously had 6 wards and the Ijos 4. Under the new arrangement, the Ishekiris, with 75,912 registered voters and 134 polling units, now have 8 wards, while the Ijos, with 35,480 voters and 53 polling units, are allocated 10 wards. He expressed concerns that the proposed ward delineation would result in unfair representation for the Ishekiri people, potentially leading to tensions among the ethnic groups. The group called on INEC to reconsider the delineation, stressing that it should be based on the number of registered voters in each area to ensure fair and equitable representation and to prevent voter disenfranchisement. Prince Nicholas Ukachukwu has emerged as the All Progressives Congress APC governorship candidate for Anambra State ahead of the 2025 elections. Chairman of the APC Primary Election Committee and Governor of Cross River State, Senator Basio II, declared Ukachukwu the winner after a keenly contested primary held on Saturday. Out of a total 1,630 accredited delegates, Ukachukwu secured a commanding 1,455 votes, defeating his closest rival, Valentine Uzigbo, who garnered 67 votes. The emergence of Ukachukwu positions the APC for a potentially strong showing in the November 2025 governorship election as the party sets its sights on taking over leadership in the southeastern state.
We had Honorable Dozier Madu, who scored 8 votes. Please, I've said no victor, no vanquish, so we will clap for all the contestants. Honorable Minister. We have Honorable John Bosco Obina, who scored 26 votes. We have Honorable Valentine C. Ozigbo, who scored 67 votes. We have Prince Nicholas Ukachukwu, who scored 1,455 votes. With the powers conferred on me as the chairman of this primaries and the chief returning officer, I hereby declare Prince Nicholas Chukwujeku Ukachukwu, who have scored a total number of 1,455 votes, the winner of this particular primary.
The expectations are very clear. One, unity, knowing that we are stronger together as a party, that beyond the primaries lies the battle of 8th of November 2025. And we will be needing all critical stakeholders, all parties and all interests to come together to see that we prosecute the election and win it.
This is News Hour on Trust TV. Coming up ahead. Echo Bridge at risk as Minister of Works orders waterway closure over safety threat. This and many more when we return. Do stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is News Hour on Trust TV. Let's take a look at our top stories again. Boko Haram insurgents kills captain Corporal in Borno Village attack. Troops of 6th Brigade neutralize 3 bandits, destroy camps in Taraba. Now moving on to more stories, the Minister of Works, David Umahi, has raised the alarm over the worsening condition of the Eko Bridge in Lagos. Citing serious safety concerns, a Works Minister called for the immediate closure of the waterway between Eko and Carter bridges, urging swift action from the Lagos State Government and relevant agencies. The report.
On Saturday, during an inspection visit, Minister Umahi uncovered alarming structural damage under the Eko Bridge, blaming illegal dredging activities for compromising key structural elements, including piers and pie caps crucial to the bridge's integrity. Describing the situation as an emergency, Umahi revealed he had considered a complete shutdown of the bridge. While a repair plan is now in motion, he warned of the continuous threats posed by a sunken dredger obstructing the waterway beneath the bridge.
I'm not in charge of the waterways, but as somebody, a minister of the Federal Republic, so I have seen that it's going to be dangerous. So I'm calling on, the relevant authorities that are in charge and Lagos State Government, so as a responsible Nigerian, so I'm announcing that the waterways between Eko Bridge and Carter Bridge should be closed to boat and ship traffic, to save lives.
Minister Umahi also inspected the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, expressing satisfaction with the pace of work. He announced that a major 30-kilometer section of the project is scheduled for completion and commissioning by May 25, 2025. An achievement, he says, reflects the administration's commitment to infrastructure renewal.
Earth can be like this. The coastal road can be like this. How beautiful will the street of heaven be? And so it means that I'm very satisfied with the work being done. I'm happy with their progress. This project is supposed to be 36 months, but it's like we finished section 1 in less than 18 months.
Wow.
And that is a major feat, for them. I'm very proud of the commitment and partnership, of high-tech engineering. We may not get to the end of today, but definitely we'll be able to have before 25th of May the 20 kilometers as a stretch, less the locations where we are putting flyovers at about 2 locations.
While the federal government advances ambitious projects like the Coastal Highway, he emphasized the need to protect existing infrastructure, from urgent interventions on the Eko Bridge to stricter enforcement of dredging regulations. The minister says the safety of Nigerians and the preservation of national assets must remain top priorities.
The ancient city of Oyo stood still as history was made with the official coronation of Oba Abimbola Akim Owode as the 46th Alaafin of Oyo in a grand ceremony steeped in rich tradition and royal pageantry. In a message delivered by the Minister of Power, Bayo Adelabu, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu congratulated the new monarch and urged him to be a beacon of unity and development, not just for Yoruba land, but for Nigeria as a whole. The report.
A thunderous ovation greeted the arrival of dignitaries and traditional leaders at the Oliver Baptist High School in Oyo, the venue of the royal events. The coronation, witnessed by top politicians, members of the diplomatic corps, and cultural icons, symbolized the beginning of a new era in the region's storied lineage of Alaafin throne. Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, in his address, charged the new king to promote not only the prosperity of Oyo, but also contribute meaningfully to national unity and peace.
When it comes to maintaining traditional institutions, this administration will maintain a spotless record of never interfering with the process. We will be there to see that due process is followed. We will be impartial will stand at the sidelines, ensuring that rules are not broken, but never entering the field of play for one side or the other.
Prominent Yoruba leaders also paid tributes and offered counsel, including Adebayo Adelabu, Minister of Power and Presidential Representative, Gani Adams, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land, Oba Abdulrasheed Adewale Akanbi, Oluwo of Iwo.
Your ascension to this revered throne comes at a critical time in our nation's history. Nigeria is navigating complex challenges, and traditional institutions like the Alaafins to remain vital in fostering peace, promoting cultural identity, and supporting governance.
We should make sure that his people comes first. His people comes first. The people are the king. The people are the ones that make the king to be successful. And it should be just and right.
God has made it possible for him to be the Alaafin today. We are just saying that we will join hands, all of us, to make sure that most of the dreams of taking Oyo to his expected level is taken care of.
Cultural displays, royal rites, and traditional chants echoed through the air as the Alaafin was officially presented to the people. In his maiden royal address, Oba Abimbola Akeem Owuade promised to serve with immunity, strength, and a deep commitment to his people's welfare. He emphasized unity, peace, and progress are central to his reign.
It is time for your indigenes at home and in the diaspora start partnering for synergy. Without doubt, we can find strength in unity.
As the sun sets on one chapter and rises on another, the people of Oyo look ahead to renewed hope, placing their trust in a new Alaafin to carry forward the legacy of courage, resilience, and leadership.
In Kano State, Governor Malam Umar Namadi of Jigawa State on Saturday paid a condolence visit to Kano State following the death of the Galadiman Kano Alhaji Abbas Sanusi, a revered traditional ruler celebrated for his wisdom, humility, and service to the nation. The reports.
Governor Namadi began his visit at the Governor's Lodge along Zara Road, where he was only received by the Executive Governor of Kano State, Engineer Abba Kabir Yusuf. During their meeting, Governor Namadi expressed deep sympathy to the government and people of Kano State, describing the loss as a significant blow to traditional leadership and the nation at large.
This is a great loss, not only to the people of Kano State. Kano and Jiga are almost the same, and in fact, it's a loss to the entire nation. Galadima is a senior councillor and is somebody that has been respected in this country. So we lost him. It's a loss to Nigeria, it's a loss to Kano, it's a loss to Jigawa, it's a loss to everybody. So we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant him al-Jannatu Firdausi, and His Excellency and the members of his family, may Allah give them the fortitude to bear this loss, because it's a great loss to all of us. So we are sending on behalf of the government and good people of Jigawa State, we are sending our condolences to His Excellency and the family of Galadima of Kano and His Royal Highness the Emir of Kano.
From there, the Jigawa State Governor proceeded to the Emir's Palace, where he was received by His Highness Muhammad Sanusi II, the Emir of Kano. While offering his condolences to the Emir and the Kano Emirate Council, Governor Namadi extolled the virtues of the late Galadima, describing him as a man of integrity, humility, and unshakable commitment to the values of the Emirates. He noted that Alhaji Abbas Sanusi's legacy will remain a source of inspiration and moral compass for generations to come. The visit was concluded at the residence of the deceased, where the governor met with the members of the bereaved family. He was received by Alhaji Abbas Abdullahi, a son of the late Galadima. There, Governor Namadi offered prayers for the repose of the elder statesman's soul and encouraged the family to take solace in the life of purpose and service he led. The passing of Alhaji Abbas Sanusi marks the end of a significant chapter in Kano's traditional institution, but his legacy endures in the lives he touched and the traditions he upheld.
You're watching News Hour on Trust TV. More news after the break. Many thanks for staying with us. If you're just joining in, this is News Hour on Trust TV. In business, Nigeria's total public debt rose to 144.67 trillion naira as of December 31st, 2024, representing a 48.58% increase compared to 97.34 trillion naira recorded at the end of December 2023. The Debt Management Office disclosed this in its latest report on the country's public debt profile. The report also revealed a quarter-on-quarter rise of 1.65% from the 142.32 trillion naira recorded at the end of September 2024, highlighting the continuous increase in the nation's debt burden during the final quarter of the year. Nigeria's external debt increased by 83.89% from 38.22 trillion naira in December 2023 to 70.29 trillion naira in December 2024. And away from Nigeria, relief efforts in Myanmar are facing new challenges as heavy rain complicates the recovery from a powerful earthquake that struck the country on March 28. A 7.7 magnitude quake has now claimed nearly 3,500 lives, according to state media. The quake devastated large parts of the country, toppling buildings, severing power lines, and destroying key infrastructure, including bridges and roads. The worst hit areas include Sagaig, near the epicenter, and Mandalay, Myanmar's second-largest city with over 1.7 million residents. Authorities under the military-led government reported on Sunday that 3,471 people have been confirmed dead, with 4,671 injured and 214 still missing. In the aftermath, thousands have been forced to live in makeshift shelters, refusing to stay in cracked, unstable buildings. On Saturday evening, roughly 45 minutes of heavy rainfall and strong winds lashed the temporary camps in Mandalay, soaking people and their belongings due to a shortage of tarpaulins, according to Tun Tun, a program specialist with the UN Development Program. The rains have further raised concerns that damaged structures could collapse, complicating ongoing efforts to recover bodies and provide aid. Though Sunday morning brought lighter showers, temperatures are expected to soar to 37 degrees Celsius, intensifying fears of disease outbreaks among displaced populations living in overcrowded outdoor camps. At least 3 people were injured in a missile strike on Kyiv early Sunday, which also triggered fires and damaged multiple buildings, according to Mayor Vitalis Klitschko. Paramedics were also dispatched to 2 districts, while Ukraine's Air Force confirmed the missiles entered through the northern Chernihiv region. The blast caused fires in non-residential areas and damaged 8 cars. The strike comes 2 days after a deadly Russian attack killed 18 people, including 9 children, in President Zelensky's hometown. In a statement, Zelensky named each child victim, condemning the U.S. Embassy for not directly calling out Russia as the aggressor. Meanwhile, Russia's defense ministry claimed its forces downed 11 Ukrainian drones, as Poland said it scrambled jets and placed air defenses on alert in response to the strikes near its border. The renewed attacks followed U.S. President Donald Trump's push for a partial ceasefire and efforts to reset relations with Moscow more than 3 years into Russia's full-scale invasion. Violent storms battering the central eastern United States have killed at least 16 people, officials said, with the National Weather Service warning on Saturday of severe flash flooding in the coming days. A line of fierce storms stretching from Arkansas to Ohio has damaged buildings, flooded roadways, and produced dozens of tornadoes in recent days. Tennessee was hardest hit by extreme weather, with state authorities saying on Saturday that 10 people had died across the western part of the state. 2 people were killed due to floods in Kentucky, according to State Governor Andy Beshear, including a child who was swept away by flood waters. Photos shared on social and local media showed widespread damage from the storm across several states, with homes torn apart, toppled trees, down power lines, and overturned cars. 2 storm-related deaths were recorded in Missouri and 1 in Indiana, according to local media reports and authorities. A 5-year-old was found dead in a home in Little Rock, Arkansas, in connection to the ongoing severe weather, the state's emergency management agency said in a statement. More than 100,000 customers were without power in Arkansas and Tennessee as of early Sunday, according to tracking website poweroutage.us. Still in the U.S., millions of protesters took to the streets across all 50 U.S. states and major cities across the world on Saturday in a sweeping show of resistance against President Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk. The coordinated demonstrations, dubbed quote, Hands Off, were organized by a broad coalition of pro-democracy groups in response to what they describe as a quote, hostile takeover of American institutions and a growing assault on rights and freedoms. According to CNN, more than 1,400 protests were held at symbolic locations, including state capitals, federal buildings, congressional offices, and city halls, each echoing a clear message, quote, Stop the billionaire power grab. The protests drew support from civil rights organizations, women's groups, labor unions, LGBTQ+ advocates, and concerned citizens, with nearly 600,000 officially signed up to participate. Solidarity rallies also unfolded in cities like London and Paris, underscoring the global alarm over recent political developments in the U.S. Organizers outlined 3 central demands an end to what they call a billionaire-fueled corruption under the Trump administration, a halt to cuts targeting Medicaid, Social Security, and other essential services, and an immediate stop to policies attacking immigrants, transgender people, and marginalized communities. Iran's top diplomat dismissed the prospect of direct negotiations with the United States as pointless on Sunday. This statement came in response to U.S. President Donald Trump's recent push for face-to-face talks on Iran's nuclear program, a proposal outlined in a letter sent last month to Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, which also warned of military action if diplomatic efforts failed. On Saturday, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian affirmed that his country was prepared to engage in dialogue with the United States on an equal footing. However, he also cast doubt on Washington's sincerity, questioning the logic behind threatening military action if genuine negotiations were desired. Since the 1979 Islamic Revolution, Iran and the United States have not maintained formal diplomatic relations, with intermediaries such as Oman often stepping in to facilitate any potential communication between the two nations. Zimbabwe's president has announced plans to suspend all tariffs on imports from the United States just days after U.S. President Donald Trump imposed an 18% tariff on goods from the southern African nation. Although Zimbabwe's primary trade partners include the United Arab Emirates, South Africa, and China, its exports to the U.S., mainly tobacco and sugar, remain modest. In 2024, total trade between the two countries stood at $111.6 million, according to U.S. government data. The Zimbabwean president said the move aims to facilitate the expansion of American imports within the Zimbabwean market, while simultaneously promoting the growth of Zimbabwean exports destined for the United States. Relations between Harare and Washington have been historically strained, especially since the early 2000s, when the U.S. imposed sanctions on the regime of former President Robert Mugabe. In sports, Alex Iwobi delivered a standout performance as Fulham came from behind to defeat Liverpool 3-2 on Sunday at Craven Cottage, denting the Reds' Premier League title hopes. Liverpool struck first in the 14th minute through Alexis McAllister, but Fulham hit back quickly with Ryan Sessegnon leveling the 23rd minute. Iwobi then took centre stage, putting Fulham ahead in the 32nd minute and assisting Rodrigo Muniz just 5 minutes later to make it 3-1 before the break. Luis Diaz pulled one back from Liverpool in the 72nd minute, but Fulham held firm to claim a big win. Bernd Leno, Sasa Lukic and Emily Smith-Rowe received yellow cards as the Cottagers clung to their lead. The result delays Liverpool's title charge and boosts Fulham's European hopes. Before we go, here's a kicker. Susan Mtakai is a member of the Kenyan Coast Guard Service and head of search and rescue and diving operations. A deep-seated passion for the ocean has led her to a remarkable career in maritime. Certified in various diving and life-saving skills, Mtakai is determined to showcase the maritime sector as a welcoming field for women, breaking traditional barriers through her work and community engagement. Take a look.
I can say with that experience, I really enjoy diving. Most of the time, the drowning cases are happening where we are not there. And so we are working with community. How are we working with the community? We are working with community in these ways. We go to the beach management units, whereby we train fishermen on ways of saving themselves, life-saving skills, checking on weather before going to the sea, and then the importance of them being safe whenever they are in the waters. When it comes to search and rescue diving, it is a male-dominated field, but I can tell you with the challenge in that field, they make you who you are. Like for me, with the challenges I encountered, they have made me who I am right now, because with the team, I make sure that I move with them. I am with my male colleagues. Whenever we go diving, whatever they do, I do it. And so I can say I see a bright future for women, because now at least we are embracing this change. We are embracing whatever comes. It comes, and it is all about adapting. Are you ready to do it? It's all about passion. It's all about dedication. It's all about commitment.
When I joined the service, I can say there were very few women who would love to go to the ocean and do the job. But for the last 4 years, I have seen women coming up and stepping in very nicely. I have seen women taking daring jobs like diving, daring jobs like saving lives at sea, daring jobs like going out to train fishermen on safety issues and best methods of doing their jobs. I have seen women take leadership and very inspirational. They have moved departments and sections from one level to another. And honestly speaking, I'm proud of them. I have seen 3, 4, 5 women that have stepped in and they have done a good job.
And with that, we wrap up News Hour on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms for more programs, news, and documentaries. My name is Dorcas Yakubuzala. Goodbye.